Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Princess V. So in this channel, we'll be doing both Pidgin and good English in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian, so we'll be doing both Pidgin. I'll be doing good English as well. So if you have any question, you ask. Ask. I tried doing this AI thing. It's not for me. I feel it's just lifeless and does not give the emotion, the depth of what I want. So, and for now, I'll not be using my face until I'm comfortable. I'm still shy. I'm very shy. So, but while I posted on AI, I want to talk about it by myself, So let me ask you this question. Have you ever asked God for something and in your mind, your brain, inside your heart, you already have the answer to that prayer? You already know, you've already thought about how God will answer the prayer for you. I know all of us, in one way or the other, we fall into such fallacy. Let me use the word fallacy. But I'm here to tell you today that when you pray to God for something, don't have any kind of don't have the way you want that prayer answered in your mind. You are not God. Don't think for him. Let him be God and do what he knows how to do best. And you be the human being and do what you know how to do best. He will not come and do your work for you. And you too, you will not do your work for him. So let me just give you this story. There was a time I was trusting God for something. I prayed. This thing I'm telling you is not 1 year, it's not 2 years old. Like years, more than 10 years. And I've been trusting God for this thing. I have been trusting God for this thing. Even when I was not too serious with my prayer life. But when I became very serious and the thing was now becoming a cause for concern, I was praying and I was just trusting him that if you have done it for other people, definitely you can do it for me. It's not hard now. There's nothing that is too hard for you to do. Like, why won't you just do it for me? You know, that kind of thing. Then one day he just said, this is the way I want you to do it. Ha! Why would you tell me to go and do that kind of thing like that? Why? Hey, I said that thing is painful. I was just like having a discussion with him. And that thing is painful. Wait, you expect me to go through that process? I'll not be dependent on other people. Me that like doing things myself. I don't like looking for help. It's only you that know me. I know I can look for help. I can trouble and I know you will send help to me. But I'll not be dependent. And if those people don't answer me, lie, I don't have any. Maybe you will not change it for me. And then I cried that night. I cried bitterly. I was praying. I was crying. I said, I know that you love me. That is why you answered this prayer like this. But this is not how I want you to answer it. But you've done it for these people. I've heard their testimony. Why can you not do the same thing for me? And after that time, I think I woke up and I was scrolling through Instagram and then I saw a post. Someone posted about Apostle Paul looking for healing. When he said there is a thorn in my flesh and that he spoke to the Lord, but the Lord told him that he will not remove it and that his grace is sufficient for him and that his weakness is made perfected in God's strength. I was like, hey, this is trouble. I said, so you don't want me to use the easy way out? You want me to pass through this process? Okay, I agree. So one day I was in the kitchen, I was just cooking, and children, even if your parents have said no, once in a while you still want to try and see if they'll say yes. That kind of thing. I said, let me try my luck again, whether I'm his child, he cannot choke me, but whether he will agree. And then that was how I said, but this thing, you could have done it this way, you could have done it this way, you could have done it this way. The next thing I heard, Naaman. I was like, Naaman? What has Naaman got to do with the discussion we are discussing? I said, me, Naaman. And I laughed. And I was like, what did Naaman do? So if you read 2 Kings chapter 5, when Naaman, the leper, let me use him, the general that had leprosy, when they told him to go and meet the prophet in Israel, he went. The prophet did not come outside to meet him. He sent his servant. He said, go and meet this general and tell him that he should go to the river Jordan and dip himself 7 times. Yes, 7 times. And the general was like, what rubbish. I thought he would come down and then he will scream and then he will shout and then he will do all the, how some people of the other faiths they used to when they want to do that they're in the spirit, that kind of thing. I'm not calling any names, so I'm just saying that was what Naaman was expecting. He had already pictured how God was going to answer that prayer for him, or God was going to heal him, even if he did not even know that God. He had already pictured how the prophet would come down, he would bow before him, being a general and then a very respected man. See, and that river is even dirty. Hey. And so until his servants actually told him and said, if this prophet had told you to do something bigger, wouldn't you have done it? And then he agreed. Immediately, I remember the story. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I did this in ignorance. Just, have mercy on me. And then he started reminding me, I've done this for you. I've done that for you. You've not gone to the hospital. You've not been taking medications. A whole lot of things that even me, he said, there are things I did for you. You did not even pray for them. Have you even thanked me enough? And then I started thanking him. And that was the last time I talked about that issue. So, I want to ask you this question. Have you prayed to God and then in your mind you already have the way you should answer it? And then if he doesn't answer it that way, you get disappointed. When you read the Bible, when you study the Bible, you know that God has different ways of answering people, not just one particular way. So I'm encouraging us, we shouldn't put God in a box. Immediately you hand your problem to him. According to 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7, it says, casting all your cares, for he cares for you. Someone once said, a preacher once said that once you cast that care, don't pick it up. Drop it there and leave it at the cross. Why would you do his job? Allow God to do his job and you do your job. Yours is to pray and trust him to answer you, while his own is to answer your prayer the best way he knows will be good for you. Underline that word. The best way God knows that answer will be good for you. So I hope we've learned from this, and I pray that we will not make the mistake of answering our prayers ourselves before God actually answers it. Shouldn't put him in a box. He's unlimited in knowledge. He's omniscient. He's omniscient. He's the only one who knows how to do whatever he's doing, and he will do it well. And I pray the Lord will help us. But if you're not his child, you will always have issues the way he answers your prayer. And that is why you need to be born again. You need to stand firm. You need to hold fast to the word of God. And he will answer your prayers. He will give you the grace as well to be able to trust him to the point that whatever way he answers your prayer, you're cool with it. Whether he answers it or he doesn't answer it, though, you're okay with it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Until we see again.